Hello, this is George and this is Muscle Fitness. Today we are going to use weights and tubes, or tubes if you have some tubes. So gather everything you need. And I've designed today's workout to work in supersets, meaning we're going to do a number of exercises back to back with very little rest that target the same muscle groups or the muscle groups that assist those muscle groups. And you'll see what I'm talking about when we get to it. So that later, at some point, if you want to go back and repeat this workout, you can take those chunks. Say, like, you only want to do legs on Wednesday. Well, you'll be able to go back to this video and do that leg workout that we're going to do later. And same thing with chest, shoulders, and triceps, and the same thing with back and biceps. All right, so I'm going to set our music up and get started. All right, grab your stuff, grab your water. So let's just start with the easy tap, side to side. I hope you had a great weekend. And I hope the rest of the week is as good as a weekend. Reach across. Ready? Four more. 4, 3, 2, and you're going to reach back up. And reach across. 4, 3, reach back up. Put a little squat in there if you don't mind. Start to warm up those legs. And across. Now let's do up 4 times. 4, 3, 2, and now across for 4. And back up, keeping that little squat, and across. Let's do a backstroke now. And now biceps. Backstroke. And biceps. Backstroke. So when we do this, the feet are going to stay apart. Biceps, and we're going to step touch. Now backstroke, feet apart. And biceps and step touch. Backstroke and tap. Step touch. Backstroke. Step touch, and we're going to stay with that. So the other thing about this workout, every exercise we do is going to last 1 minute long. So none of the parts take too long. So you can go back one day and divide it up and say, I just have 15 minutes to do something. What can I do? Just refer back to this video and pick that piece up. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, heels to the rear, some leg curls. Start to warm up those hamstrings. Bring the knees up front. And you're going to give me a chest press with that. Start to warm up the upper body and the hips. How about some overhead presses? Four more. 4, 3, 2, and now press down. You're going to open up those hips. There you go. And then back to a tap. Now you're going to make everything a little smaller. And come back right here, and you're going to go cat and cow just to warm up your low back. So from the side, it looks like this. I'm pulling my belly button in to warm up my low back. Let's do 4 more. Pull in, exhale. Remember, you don't want to hold your breath. 2 more, and 1 more. So come all the way up. Just roll your shoulders around. So if you've got some weights, grab your weights, a heavy set and a light set. And if you don't have weights, there's something around the house or the yard that you can use. So grab that. And for lack of anything else, just go through the motion. It's better than nothing. If you've got some tubes, grab those tubes. I'm going to use 2 different ones that I have. One is thicker than the other one. So just like you have 2 sets of weights, it'd be great if you had 2 sets of 2 different tubes. So first of all, we're going to do a chest, shoulder, and tricep superset. We're going to start with possibly the worst thing, push-ups. Kind of like get it out of the way, right? So I'm going to ask you to do your first set of push-ups on a higher surface, like a desk, a bed, the back of a sofa, not on a chair, it's a little too narrow. Something that's stable and won't slide away from you. So I'm going to use my workout bench right here. My hands are going to be wider than my shoulder width. And I'm going to send it forward so when I come down, my chest is going to be between my hands. So we're going to do it for 1 minute, up and down starting now. If you'd rather go on a higher surface like a countertop, feel free. So 1 minute, you want to make sure your body is stiff, much like a plank. A push-up is merely a plank that moves up and down. So I keep pushing my weight forward. I want to roll back to my feet. So I'm going to stay forward on it. So that's 30 seconds. We have 30 more to go. This is our warm-up set of push-ups. Probably didn't want to know that, did you? Keep going. Probably maybe 2 more will do it. 1 more. Great. All right, if your hands are a little achy, shake it out. Then we're going to go to the ground for most of the rest of the next 3 exercises. So you want a mat if you've got one. Set of weights, heavy and light on each side, if possible. So the first thing though we're going to do is another set of push-ups. Again for a minute. If you can do them on your toes, that is great. If you need to come up on your knees, absolutely fine. Ready to start? Here we go. Down. And again, it's a plank. I'm going 2 counts down, 2 counts up. It's roughly about 2 seconds down and 2 seconds up. Roughly. Keep going. Make sure your chin is not dropping. It stays even with the rest of your body. It's not falling. How are we doing? Do you need to go to your knees? That's fine. Go for it. Just try to keep the exercise going. Even if your push-up is shallow. You're deep, but the push-up is shallow. You have just a few more seconds. 1 more rep should do it. Yes. Sit back, stretch. Maybe curl your fingertips in and your palms in to stretch out the wrist. Our next exercise, again, like I said, these are back to back, and these are all targeting the chest muscles primarily, some of the tricep on those last 2 exercises, and then a little bit of the shoulder muscles, the anterior deltoid. The next exercise is going to be flies. None of these exercises work well with a tube, so if you're looking to use a tube yet, not with this. I mean, you could put it behind your back, but you're not going to get enough resistance to make it even matter, seriously. So I'm going to choose my heaviest, but it's up to you. And what I'm going to do is fly out slowly. And again, this is 1 minute long. So it'll be 4 counts out. I do this one a little slower than the push-up just to be careful with the shoulder. I don't want to sling my weights. I want to show a lot of control. They stay in this path right over my chest, and the path never moves over my neck like this, or head. Out. All right. That's 30 seconds. Keep going. Make sure you're not holding your breath or straining your neck. Keep going, guys. 15 more seconds. One more rep will do it. Great. All right, so if you can keep the same weight, this is going to be a pullover where you go all the way back. Just barely touch the floor and come all the way back to where you started. All right, for 1 minute. With this one, you're going to feel your abdominals stretch. It means your lower back wants to arch off the ground. You can use your abdominals to keep that from happening and get a little core work going on. So I pull back over. So I want to make sure my low back doesn't arch any more than it naturally does as the weights go backward. Keep going. So this is the last of the chest exercises. With this one, the other ones we were working our pectoralis major. This is working our pectoralis minor. I know you wanted to know that, right? Let's do one more rep. And then we're going to come all the way up. All right. So now you're back on your feet. You don't need the mat. Next is a set of shoulders and tricep exercises. So whatever you'd like to do for an overhead press for 1 minute. Make sure the other weights are not in your way for safety reasons. We're going to go up and down for 1 minute. Up. Try not to let your back arch. One thing that might help is to bend your knees just a little bit. Or, if that still doesn't work, you could do one arm and then the other arm. And if that still doesn't work, you can do a split stance like this. All right? Keep going. Up and down and up and down and up and down. Your shoulders are probably starting to burn. They're not getting much rest between these exercises, and that's the whole point of a superset. Very time-efficient exercises. And also targeting muscle groups to make them fatigue sooner, because that's how you get stronger. You take that muscle to fatigue. One more rep will make a minute. You ready? Come on. And there you go. All right, we're going to work the rear deltoids with the lighter weight. So you're going to be like this. Kind of a quarter hinge for 1 minute, up and down, but not very much on the down. So it's a straight arm lift. 1 minute. Think of leading with the upper shoulder instead of leaning with your elbows or your wrist. Think of that upper shoulder doing the action. All right? Up, down, just like that. I want the back of the shoulder to be burning. Make sure your chin is off your chest. 30 more seconds. Keep going. About 4 more reps should do it. Ready? Good. Now we're going to work the medial deltoid. So we work the back deltoid. This is going to be the medial deltoid. With that pullover we did on the ground, it was a little bit pectoralis minor and anterior deltoid. So we're getting all of this in one workout. Here we go. 2 counts up. And you'll notice I've got my elbows bent a little bit. Just best to keep from getting any kind of tendonitis in that elbow. You've heard of tennis elbow? That's a tendonitis on that outer point of the elbow. Up. And I just want to make sure that doesn't happen to me. Not that I'm going to play tennis anytime soon. But it's just so hard to get rid of. And it's not comfortable. You'll see that knees are soft. And I'm leaning slightly forward. Not a lot. Not like that hinge I was doing. You got it. Keep going. If you need to make it feel easier, bend the elbows even more. It shortens your lever, so the distance of the weight from the joint, the working joint, that shoulder joint, isn't as long away. Up and down and up. You have 2 more to go. That'll make a minute. Last one. Excellent. You can put the weights down for now. All right. So now we're going to go work our triceps. And we're going to start with a wall push-up. So your hands will be really close together. About that close. Can you see that? So not wide like a regular push-up. And they'll be about eye level. And then you'll be stepping back on your toes. 1 minute now. So down with the elbow. Push back. If you need to make it easier, just raise your hands up a little higher, all right? Your choice. Or you can get a little closer. Though that just makes it almost too uncomfortable to my shoulders. That's 30 seconds. Remember, you want to push your whole body away at once. Shoulders, butt, and legs. You don't want to do it in pieces like that. Keep going. Can you do 2 more reps? 1 more. Good. All right, so you probably want a lighter weight. We're going to do some hip hinge kickbacks. I'm going to do it with the tube for those people who might have a tube with you. So you're going to grab it on the ends, not the handles. If you've got weights, you're doing it like this. And if you've got a tube, you're doing the same thing. But you're going to step on it. You have to anchor that tube to make it have any effect on nearly every exercise. Ready? You're going to kick back and squeeze and release. Same thing with the weights. Push and release. Push and release. You'll see my elbow stays up. It never comes down. Press, release. Press, release. This is the last of this superset of chest, shoulders, and triceps. It's about 15 minutes long. Press, release. You got it. Press, release. Press. That's about 30 seconds right there. I'm going to switch legs. Keeping my elbows up. Same thing with the weights. You want to keep your elbows up. Chin never drops. Think of it extending your sternum. How's the tricep? Is it burning yet? One more rep. Oh! Done. All right, so upper body's going to get a break. We're going to go to the lower body. And also with this workout, if you can figure out how to do it, you could alternate sets of exercise. Upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. That's how I tend to teach, but today I wanted to give you these chunks that you can extract and use on your own later. So we're going to start with a minute of squats. I'm going to choose to do the hardest one with my hands behind my head. 2 counts down. You ready? Down and up and down and up. Your stance that you want is totally up to you. Narrow, wide, or just what I've got. It's totally what you determine you want. Up, down. Another way to do your arms is to cross over your chest or behind your back. This tends to pull you a little too much forward. I don't want you to go that far forward. If you look in the mirror, you'll see the difference. Like when I do this, and when I do this, I lean forward too much, and I put just a little bit of stress in my low back. 2 more should do it. All right, great. So I'm going to pick up one leg. I'm going to do a forward lunge for 1 minute. It looks like this. And I'm going to stay on that leg. All right, you decide what you want to do. If that's not great on your knees, just do a stationary lunge up and down like that for a minute. And then you will switch. You ready? So forward and back. And I'm going to make it harder by lifting the knee. Or I could tap back like that. Either one is good. I want to be able to say, I'm holding my balance right now. Soft landing. I'm going to turn sideways so you see a little bit more clearly. Whoa! That's what I get for turning sideways. Whoa, that's 30 seconds. One more rep should do it. All right, I'm going to quickly switch to my other leg. Down and up. Whoa! Again, you can tap the ground instead if you wish. And you can also hold on to something if you want to. So I hope you switch legs. The next several exercises are all one leg focused. That's 30 seconds. This is going to start to feel like cardio. Why is that? Because we're using these big muscles that generate more blood flow, which require more oxygen. All right, that's our forward lunges. Now it's a backward lunge. I'm going to start with the leg that I was going forward on first. Now it's going to be the one going back first. So you might want to do the same so if one leg gets a little rest. You ready? Here we go. And I lift the knee up here. This is often a little easier than a forward lunge. You don't have to decelerate so much like you do in a forward lunge with a backward lunge. Again, you don't need weights for this. Your body weighs plenty. If you add 10 more pounds to it, it's not a significant increase. And it probably throws your balance off just a little bit more than you need. 15 more seconds. And again, if a moving lunge is not appropriate, you can stay with the stationary lunge. Last one should do it. Switch legs, so back, down, up. So switch legs, back, down, up. lift. Is your breathing getting heavier? Anytime you need a break or get some water, go for it. I'm going to just keep going. Is one leg easier than the other leg? Possibly. It might mean you want to work the other leg just a little bit longer, the weaker one, next time. Could you do 2 more reps? 1 more rep. All right, I'm going to face you now. Don't be scared. Again, I'm going to go with the leg that has been moving first. So this one's a bit more challenging. It's got several parts to it. I start like this. I'm going to go slow so you see it. Side, leg lift, curtsy, knee. So that's the beginning. Side, leg lift, curtsy. When you're ready, join me, starting now. 1 minute. Side, leg lift, curtsy, knee. Side, leg lift, curtsy, and knee. You got it. Side, leg lift, curtsy, and knee. Whoa, lots of balance in this one. I'm surprised I haven't fallen. Keep going. Side, leg lift, curtsy, knee. Side, leg lift, curtsy. 1 more should do it. Side, leg lift, curtsy, and knee. How'd you do? All right, ready to go to the other side. All right, let's see if we can teach this leg. Here we go. Side, leg lift, whoa, curtsy, and knee. Maybe not. Side, leg lift, curtsy, and knee. Side, yes. Curtsy, and knee. Side, leg lift, curtsy, and knee. That's 30 seconds. Side, leg lift, curtsy, knee, and again. Side, leg lift, curtsy. I've got 1 more to go. Side, leg lift, curtsy, and knee. Excellent. So going back to the leg that was moving before, it's up in the air now for a 1-legged squat for 1 minute. Down, whoa, up. That leg is tired. Down, up, down, and up. Again, feel free to hold on to something if you need to. No shame in that. I'm trying to find my balance. Not staring at one thing and keeping my eyes on that one thing, which is the timer that's on that screen right there. "20 more seconds. Oh, the glutes should be burning by now. One more rep. Oh. Ready to go to the other side. Woo! Here we go. Down and up. And down. Up. So a lot of these exercises are requiring balance as well as just movement and strength. They're dynamic balance. If going up and down is just too challenging right now, Just hold your leg up in the air for a minute. Can you keep going? 30 more seconds. And then the last leg exercise is possibly the easiest one. Is to put a little bow on it. Yes, this whole superset of legs and butt exercises is my gift to you, and I want to put a bow on it. That's the right way to put it. One more rep, come on. Oh, good, shake it out. Your last exercise is one squat, but you hold it for 1 minute. Are you ready? Find that stance you want. Here we go. This is where I usually am making a list in my head of things I need to do for the rest of the day. Phone calls to ignore. Emails to read and ignore. Nah, not really. So the legs should already be tired. And that is now 30 seconds. You can always come up if need to be. See if you can push it. Tough it out, tough it out. You can do it, you can do it. "15 more seconds. Can you do it? You can always do this or this, your choice. It's really burning, isn't it? Oh my goodness, done. Oh, shake it out. Good job. So now that's the end of the legs and the butt stuff. Hopefully it's not the end of the legs and the butt forever. We're going to go to the back muscles, a lot of muscles back there, and then our biceps, which will be assisting us in some of those exercises. So we're going to start with the row. I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing it. With heaviest dumbbells, hip hinging, pulling up here toward your buttocks, not to your ribs, all right? Or if you've got a tube, it would be great if you could anchor it on something. You'll get a much better pull and a much better row. So this, now that you're doing it like this, it's probably too easy. So if you have 2 bands or 2 tubes, put them together. All right? So I'm going to do mine with the tubes this time, just so you see it, because all you always usually get to see are me doing rows. But I'm going to start you off with the rows. You ready? Here we go. So up, up. So you're hinged over, almost parallel to the ground. If you're using the tubes, just grab those handles and follow me. Or if you've got elastic, get a good grip. So pull. You'll notice if I'm doing, as I use the tubes, I have a slight bend in my knees. Just makes me keep from falling forward. I don't want to lean back. I don't want to feel like my back is against a wall. Also with the tubes, there'll be a tendency to let your shoulders ride up to the ears. So you want to keep them down if you can. Pull, release, pull, release. Keep exhaling, whether it's with the bands or the weights. 2 more reps should do it. 1 more. All right, if you've been using weights, come on up. Put the weights aside, get a little stretch. Next is going to be some flies. So grab a lighter set of weights. So the flies look like this. And they come not all the way down. All right, you ready? 2 counts, go. Up, up. With the tubes, almost the same motion. So I go out. Again, I've got my knees bent. Notice I'm only using 1 tube. The reason for that is, with the row, my biceps help me. So they take a portion of that work. This is all in your back and also in your triceps, which are already a little tired. But it's definitely mid-back muscles. Watch the shoulders drawing up towards the ears. Keep them away. I'm also keeping my hands just a little bit below shoulder level to keep that from happening. Keep going. Pull, release. Pull, release. Pull. One more rep and that'll be a minute of this. All right, you can put that down. We're gonna go back. If you need to stretch your low back after using the weights, go for it. This is a high row, so it looks like that, except I'm hinged over and I'm going up in a high row instead of that lower row. So this is where you take the high row. But it's not up here like a lateral raise or a upright row, because I'm never standing here. That just drives it into my neck. I don't want to go into my neck. I'm hinged and I go out. Same thing with the tube. I'll start you off. So this is a lighter weight exercise. So it looks like this, but sideways. Up, up, down, down, up. All right, with the tube, I want an easier tube on this one, or band. Same thing. Out. So now it is shoulder height. This is a great exercise with the tube. I can definitely keep it out of my neck. Pull. If you don't have anything to anchor it on, you could step on it, but you have to get in that hinge position. One of the nice things about tubes is it doesn't depend on gravity. I'm going to show you another little trick as soon as we finish this whole set for you guys who have tubes and bands and no weights. You can get even more out of your tubes. I hope to one day just to do a little video, not a class, but with just tubes, so you can pick and choose the exercises. You have 2 more reps. Is it getting in that neck? This is your last one, so we'll get rid of it. Oh, all right. You put it down, roll the shoulders back. We're going back now to one more set of flies. This time I'll do it with the weights. You guys who have the tubes and the bands, you know what to do. You did it before. All right, so I'm gonna hinge and go right with it. Here we go. 1 minute. Up. You'll notice that when I turn to the side, my weights aren't right out away from my shoulder like that. They're slightly back. And I'm trying to keep my chest parallel and my chin off my chest. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Try to exhale. 30 more seconds. How we doing? This is your last back exercise. I believe. Yes. Here's your last rep. All right, put your weights away, not away, just down. Stretch out your low back. All right, we're gonna go to some biceps. So you wanna grab your heaviest weights. Our first minute is a full rep, full range of motion, all right? For you guys with the tube, you want to anchor it on something lower, not as high as you did for a row. Full range of motion. So you might need to step back till you feel the right resistance. You ready? Here we go. So all the way up and down. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see it's a full range. And I like to bend my knees a little bit or do a split stance again. It just feels more comfortable on my low back. I'm going to do half of this with the weights and half with the tube. So when I switch, it's the halfway mark. How we doing? Can you do 2 more? 1 more? All right, now don't get rid of the tube. I'm going to show it with the weights first. You're going to do half range motion, half a rep. So you'll just come halfway up for 30 seconds. And then the next 30 seconds, it's from here all the way up. So the same thing with the tube. So you just cut your range of motion in half. You're just doing the bottom half. 1 minute though, 30 seconds. Here we go. Halfway up, all the way down. Halfway up, all the way down. Halfway up. So with the tube or band, you want to move away from it a little bit, but not too far. That's 15 seconds. The arm should be getting tired. Up and down. Up. You're about to do the halfway, so you want to hold it here and now go all the way up and halfway down. I'm going to do that with the tube. You keep going with the weight. Now, you tube and band people, this is going to kill you. This is like where your maximum resistance is. You're welcome. All right. And now you're done with the halves. One more bicep exercise. It's going to be hammers, full range of motion, but we're going to alternate it. If you're using a band or a tube, you want to hold the rubber, not the handles. All right, so you can do one at a time like that. I'm going to do it with the weight. You ready? Up and up. Full range of motion. Again, split stance, bent knees, whatever works for you. If you want to walk around the house, that's fine with me. Yeah? You're almost there. Are they getting tired? If they're not, I don't know what to tell you. One more on each side. All right. So that was your back, both upper, mid, and your biceps. All right. So now we're going to go to the ground and do a superset of abdominal and low back work. So you need a mat. No weights are needed. Our body weight. So our classes that are the Abs Express classes are essentially supersets. One exercise after another targeting the same muscle group. I'm going to move back here a little bit so you see it more clearly. We're going to start with some roll-ups. Again, it's all 1 minute long. Roll-ups, you know, up, and you're going to twist on the way down. And again, up, twist on the way down, and you could go up on this way as well. Oh, it's so hard though. So you try not to thrust yourself up, but think of rolling up. Oh, even if your legs come up. And this is our last roll up. Now we're doing some bridges for 1 minute. So you're going to go up and hold for 4 counts, just like this. And I'll count the 4 and then you come down. You ready? So up and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. So try to press your feet into the ground and squeeze your glutes to maximize the work here. And then down. So feet pressed down, butt squeezes in, and you're holding it, and you're breathing, and come down. And again, go up, squeeze, press, and down. Up, come down. Keep going. Go up, up, hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1, down, down. Up, up, hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more rep will do it. Up, up, hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. You're going to come up in a half kneeling position. All right. Maybe it'd be better perspective if you saw it from this angle first. Yes. So I've got this foot flat. This leg is straight. I'm on this knee. It's right underneath me. Hands are going to go behind my head. I'm going to go down this way 4 counts and come straight up to right here. You ready? So down and then all the way back up. But it's going to be slower than that. Starting now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly up, 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 and again. Down, down, down. Hold it. Now think of this elbow being a tow truck pulling you back up. Down, and the other elbow being very heavy. So your right elbow is very heavy, pulling you down. Your left elbow is very light and towing you back up. You want to be feeling it right there. Oh! And again. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3. One more rep. Down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3. All right, we're switching legs. Same thing. This elbow now, the right elbow is heavy. The left elbow, the left elbow is heavy and the right elbow is light. You ready? Down, 2, 3, 4, and up, up, up. Down, 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 and up, 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 up. Try to keep your breathing going. Don't hold back. And again. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, down. Keep going. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2. Just one more rep. You're almost done. And you are done. Time to stretch. How do you feel? All right, let's start with a child's pose. Just get a nice stretch in the low back. Hold it there. I'm just going to change my music. So again, you can take sections of this workout and do it later if you'd like to. Not later today. I'm sure you got better things to do. But another day when you don't feel like, oh, I can't do a whole 30-minute, 40-minute, 50-minute workout, you can do 10 minutes, you can do 15, right? All right, so then come up on your hands and knees and do some cats and cows. Try to loosen up that back. And then I want you to do this. I know it looks very odd and weird, but it feels good. It's like you've got a tail and you're kind of happy to be where you are and you're just wagging it nice and slow. And I don't know if anybody's home doing this with you or watching you, but if they're not, go for it. Go crazy with the wag. All right, for now, come up into a high plank. You're going to draw your left knee in, put the knee down, and sit into a nice pigeon pose. Resting on your elbows, think of sending that sternum forward, but not the chin. I hope you like this workout and may have seen a little sort of like a split screen, split personality, but I wanted to try to show some exercises using tubes as well. And then come on up. Tubes are wonderful, and before you tube people leave, I want to show you something. that could really enhance your workout. So we switch to the other leg now, sending that sternum forward. Tubes don't rely on gravity. They require you to use some other muscles to brace yourself. There's nothing wrong with weights. Weights are great. Weights are what we tend to use for functional strength, when we carry things, a child, a desk, whatever. And then come up again. We're going to go into a downward facing dog. But up at the space station, they can't use weights because there's no gravity. So they use elastic tubing. It's resistance. That's all your body needs is resistance in order to get stronger. And not resistance from me, okay? So don't resist me, or whatever that means. But let's go up, push your heels into the ground. Nice stretch in your hamstrings. If you press your heels down, you're going to feel this in your calves as well. And then gently walk yourself back. Head's going to come up. Not yet. Just hang there. And slowly roll up. We're going to stretch out the chest. Now, if you've got a tube still nearby, you can get a nice stretch in the chest by turning away from the anchor and doing that. All right? And if you flex your hands like that, you'll get a stretch in your biceps. All right, let's leave the shoulders and arms alone for a moment. I'm going to take one foot slightly behind the other. So whatever, I've got my left foot back, and I'm going to push my left hip to you. So whatever foot you have back, that's the hip you're going to push to me. And then you're going to reach over with that same arm over your head, reaching away from me as you push your hip towards me. Do the same thing just by pivoting around. Now it's my right hip that's closest to you. I'm going to push it to you. And with my right hand, I'm going to push it away as my hip gets closer to you. And then let's stretch out your quadricep. You're going to grab your ankle. You're going to hold on to something if you want to. I'd rather you get a good stretch and not have to worry about balance. We did a lot of balance work already. That was very useful balance work. That was dynamic balance. This is static balance. And then we'll switch legs. And then we're going to stretch out your upper back. You're going to grab behind your thighs. We're going to do 2 stretches for the upper back. And then come on up. Then you're going to cross this arm over your chest and push. So if you've got a tube or elastic, don't go away yet. I want to show you something that you can use on your own. And then this side. I'm sure in some country this might be a curse, but I don't know what that country is. And I don't know what the curse is, so don't hold me to it. Let's go back and do a low back stretch. So you're going to pull your belly button away from your waistband. And then roll up. Then we'll do your tricep. While you're doing your tricep, let me get that thing I was talking about for the people with the tubes and the elastic. So, if you get a soft piece of rope or a necktie or anything and tie a good sturdy knot in it, you put this knot over your door, close the door so that knot holds the anchor, and then you put your tube in there. And then you could do all sorts of exercises from another anchor. You can also move that anchor like in hip height. You can move it down. The door can be a great place, but make sure it's a door that closes securely. And make sure you did the other arm. And then stretch your neck out. A necktie is perfect because it's so soft. An old necktie, don't use a good one, that it won't cut into the rubber or the elastic. You don't want to use something that's very thin because it will start to deteriorate the rubber, the elastic. And then one more stretch for the neck, the hands on the back of the head, tipping the chin towards the throat. Just a gentle pressure here so you feel that on the back of the neck. And then just releasing shoulders back. Open everything up. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that was useful, that you can go back and take chunks of this workout and do it another day if you just only have 10 or 15 minutes to exercise, and you could do pieces of it during the day. They don't have to be back to back to back. You know, exercise, get it wherever you can. Don't look for the perfect workout. Any workout is better than no workout. All right. Later today is HIIT with Madia, so if you still got some more energy, go for it. I'll see you again on Wednesday for cardio, flex, and stretch. And then I think I'm gonna start teaching the Friday 5 o'clock class. I think it'll be a HIIT class, so I'll let you know for sure on Wednesday. Okay? Thanks, guys, for joining me. I hope you're doing well. Stay safe. Take care of each other and yourselves and all those around you. And we will see each other soon, I hope. Bye.